The Los Angeles Coliseum, once home to the Olympic Games and many of the most memorable moments in sports, and also home to the USC Trojans, who are prepared to fight on once again today. As we wind our way toward the end of another college football season, one of the grand traditions is paying tribute and respect to those who have just poured their souls into the success of this program and honor the seniors on Senior Day. As we'll see, the number 13 team in the country, the Purdue Boilermakers, taking on a fellow Big Ten foe, the USC Trojans. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth by David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. And guys, let's get this thing started. On the move from inside is 5. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. So the Purdue Boilermakers offense will take the first swing of the game. And here's the man they rally around, and he has earned that type of respect, David.
You dang right. You earn it by doing it, and he's done it at such a high level. Everyone believes in this young man, and Palmer, there's a reason why.
You're right, David. He's been in the big moments, and he's won the big games. This guy delivers when the game is on the line.
Quick release by the QB. They make the stop after the catch, and still some work to do to pick up that first down. You can barely hear yourself thinking here as they're trying to get this defense off to a good start. He's run out of bounds, but a big play on that one, and it'll be a first down.
There's nothing better than opening drive, coming out as an away team. Everybody's got all that excitement, all that energy, and being able to run the football and physically exert yourself to start a football game.
Grabbed behind the line. It's McCoby. The defense wouldn't let him loose, and even though it's a completion, they lost yardage.
Love the awareness by the defense here. They're trying to get the running back the ball in space, but the defense was expecting it. They had guys in position. They located the football, and they went and game tackled.
Makes the grab. It's Smith. And just a short, safe pass play. They pick up a few. Sometimes people say, if you're good enough, what's the big deal about going on the road? Well, if you're not careful, you might find out in a spot like this one, guys.
Yeah, no doubt about it. This is a hostile environment, and you know you're going to be getting the opponent's A-game for this one. They've circled this one all off-season, so they better be ready to bring it today, Dave.
And the hardest thing to do in college football is to go on the road. Everything about it changes, and you want to shut this crowd up early. You don't want to give them belief, because if it starts to build throughout the game, look out.
He'll be guided out of bounds, but not before a nifty return on that one. So USC's offense will try to get something going with their first possession. As we take a look at our impact players for this one, what are you looking for, Jesse, for a guy to make an impact?
Well, these are simply put the leaders of this football team, and generally games go how these guys play. If they make plays, they've got a shot to win this one.
No doubt, they got to show up. These are the team leaders. These guys have to.
Flying down the left side. He's at the 30. The 10. Touchdown, Southern Cal. And once he found daylight, it was Katie bar the door, baby. That was a lightning-fast drive that ends with a touchdown.
If you can string a few more drives like that together, man, we might as well get our popcorn out because we're going to get a lot of scoring.
Almost ready to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. He'll take the return and try to improve the field position. Good job by the coverage unit to put a stop to that return. The Purdue offense heads back out to the field. That last drive fizzled out, Jesse. They had to punt it.
Yeah, they did. And, David, they're just going to have to do a better job this time around erasing the mental mistakes.
And just trying to solve the defensive riddle, understanding what they're trying to do to you and attack them.
Hit hard as he released the ball on that first down pass, and it never had a chance. Trying to make that rush think on the draw play here. And he's a real nowhere man tackled in this no-game land. The roar of the crowd trying to fuel this defense to keep them pinned in their own end. They're trying to get to it. And down he goes back at the 3.
3rd and long situation, we're bringing an extra DB on the field, and we're telling our front guys to pin your ears back and go get the QB, and they get the job done.
Sometimes avoiding disaster is the best thing. The punter just gets it out of there. The solid return there offsets some of the punt yardage and really sets up this offense nicely. This Trojan offense is ready to go back to work. A quick strike touchdown up top the last time they had it, Jesse. They'd love to do it again.
No doubt. They've got so many playmakers on the perimeter, David. Just find a way to get these guys the ball in space.
And you already started, man. Making that big play, opening up this offense. This quarterback is feeling good about himself. I wouldn't be surprised if they give it right back to him.
Got his man quickly. There to make the stop, but he is a weapon out of the backfield in the short passing game, and they've got a first down.
Yeah, a great job by the QB, finding the running back, get him the football where he can do some damage after the catch, and most importantly, get the first down.
Moving closer to the red zone, it's at the 27 on first down. He wants to throw. Quickly complete. And good coverage by the defense, just a short gain.
Again, this is a running back that can hurt you running it between the tackles, and he's dangerous out in space. They like to throw it to him out on the perimeter as he picks up a couple of yards there.
Pass rush coming after the quarterback, and they get him at the 32.
And how about the defense getting home with the pass rush? Playing man coverage in the back end. You need to win up front. Those guys got to get to the quarterback. Do a great job rushing the passer. I can play man when I got a pass rush like that.
And he's not going to get there. The defense stands tall and makes the stop. On 4th and 11, they decide to go for it. Touch pass on the jet sweep. They thought they had a good plan, but it did not work.
And how about the little razzle-dazzle? They try to hand the sweep on 4th down and give it to a wide receiver. The defense was locked in, did a great job seeing it, going, attacking in it, tackling him to the ground. Big 4th down stop by this defense.
Squirts across the 30 to the 32, a pickup of 5. Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. He's looking to throw. Grabbed over the middle. It's Smith. Finally pulled down, but not before moving the chains for a first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Wide out in motion. Touch pass on the jet sweep. Not a whole lot of room there. 3 yards maybe. 2nd and 7.
Well, and on these little push passes, timing is so important. You're trying to snap it right as he's getting a full head of steam. When he gets the ball, he's hitting the outside, and David, it puts the defense in such a difficult spot.
You immediately have to be rotating when you see that motion, so everybody's got to communicate and kind of bump over. That's why offenses love to run it. It makes the defense communicate and see if we can just get him out of the spot.
Let's see what they find in the playbook for 3rd and long from the 43. From the gun, wants to pass. He's right on target. Nice job to pick up the first down, and they'll spot it at the 42. Time winding down in the quarter as they come to the line. As we head to the quarter break, it is USC holding the lead. And we've come to the end of the first as we take a moment to check out the stats so far. First down to start the drive after the break. He's looking to throw it. Working the middle, it's complete.
Slant routes, they're good against man coverage, but they're good against zone coverage too. If that receiver can find the soft spot between the linebacker and the DB, you'll take that throw all day.
Wants to fire on 2nd down. The freshman able to get home with the sack.
I think if you're the quarterback moving forward, you need to start thinking about hot routes to your tight ends and to your running backs because of this outside linebacker. He's a guy that has shown the knack to get after the QB. When he comes blitzing, you need to have an outlet throw in your back pocket.
Pocket starts to collapse. And the incomplete pass on 3rd down, but there is a flag on the field. We'll see what that's about. The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. The Boilermakers are moving quickly down the field. Looking to go up top on first down. And he just threw that one away. Safe move, didn't see anything, lived to play another play. Now on second down. Takes the handoff. It's McCoby. And they pick up just one. It'll be 3rd and 9.
And these defensive tackles just eat people. They swallow human beings when you get near them. They're so big, so strong. When those guys, those running backs come in, they just need a mitt. They put one mitt on a running back, and he usually falls to the ground just because of their sheer mass and strength.
And this offense is feeling it as they rip off a big chunk of yardage, and they've got it on the 22.
Well, look, that wasn't a touchdown, but that was a massive play for this offense. They needed some momentum. They needed to find a rhythm.
Going for it all. He makes the catch in the end zone. Touchdown, Purdue! Talk about a breakdown in coverage. That might be the easiest catch he'll have all day.
It doesn't get much easier than that, except the hardest part about this is the walk to the sidelines, because then you have to justify what happened, and your defensive coach is going to be just a smidge upset that you left that guy wide open in the end zone for the big play.
And the extra point is good. Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Arguably the game of the week, fellas, with 2 top 25 teams locking horns. Michigan is currently trailing in this one, but if history has taught us anything over the years, it's that closing out the maize and blue inside the big house is not easy. It's a touchdown game. They're trailing by 7 to Nebraska. Just another week of college football where we've come to expect the unexpected, fellas.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. Picks his way ahead, pick up a 3, and gets it to the 20-yard line.
Now that's what you're trying to do as a defense. Limit those damages when they run the football. Get them on the ground, short gains to set your defense for positive situations down the road.
Quick strike complete. And the defense able to drag him down, but not before. They'll recycle that down marker. Now on first down from the 30. Looking to move it through the air. Catch in the middle, it's Jordan. A 7-yard pickup. It'll be 2nd and 3.
And I love when my quarterback sees zone and knows exactly where to go with the football. Sees the wide receiver running the drag route, knows when to throw it, pulls the trigger for the easy completion.
Feeling some heat. That pass is incomplete, and they might be fortunate it wasn't knocked free for a fumble. It'll be 3rd down.
Yeah, and you don't see that often, right? This guy is elite. He's one of the best in the business. This is what he does for a living, obviously. That's why he gets paid millions of dollars. Yes, NIL is real. So I don't expect many misses from this guy like that.
And he's down at the 41. That's a first down.
Well, this offense is sending a little bit of a message here. Of course, we know how much they've struggled on 3rd down all season long. They're just never able to seem to get into a rhythm. But after that last running play moving the sticks, you just wonder what that does for their confidence.
The Trojans want to pick up the tempo. It is a valuable tool to have a quarterback that can extend a play like that. But sometimes you're smart to be check down Charlie and just take something easy and not invite disaster.
Because when you roll out, you're cutting the field in half, right? The defense starts to run from one side to where you're rolling out to. The field kind of shrinks, and it kind of becomes a little bit of backyard ball. And you can tell he forced that one in there. Didn't get the interception, thank goodness, but it wasn't a great decision.
They'll pick up 4, 2nd and 6 coming. Got a little work done on first down, now back to the line. Back to the air one more time. Quick completion on the out route. He will step out of bounds, but not before the big pickup and a first down for this offense.
Really nice pass there. You know the expectations of USC every year are sky high. Not just to win the conference, but to be in the national championship discussion. But to do that, they need this guy right here to play at a high level week in and week out, because this guy has the skills and the tools to take them there.
Quickly complete. He's there to make the stop, but the damage has been done as they pick up the first down on the throw and catch. And the Trojans come to the line with a fresh set of downs. They're threatening to score, and they'll throw it. And he was drilled just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
Well, this defense knew they had a tall task playing against this Heisman-caliber quarterback. And the best way to affect him is with pressure. They were able to hit him on that play, and that forced the incompletion.
Headed to the end zone. He's run out of bounds after the big gain, and they are in business. First and goal. Wide receiver now comes in motion. With jet sweep pass. And they'll knock him down.
The first thing you have to do to make these plays successful offensively is I have to block the edge. I got to get my speedster in space. They didn't do a good job of getting that guy out there in space where he could really use his jets. Nice job by the defense understanding it, seeing it, rallying to it, and tackling that guy for a loss.
This whole red zone offense thing has been a little shaky. They've been stopped twice already. Maybe they ought to try to score from deep. Referee signals timeout. It's the defense wanting to make sure that they have everything just right with a big play coming. This is a really big play for both teams. 4th and goal from the 2. Offense calls a timeout here. Critically important to make sure they have the right play called and everyone on the same page here. It's a bit of an interesting choice. You could break the tie with the field goal, but worst case scenario, you don't convert on 4th down, they're backed up in their own end. They stop him short of the marker, and they'll turn it over on down.
And you could tell he trusted himself. He thought he could take off, get that first down. Just a little too much speed on that defense. They closed that gap so quick, didn't let him get to the first down marker.
You just can't go backwards there. He did, and they swarmed him for a safety.
Oh, and how about this defense? Understanding where they are in the field. They got a chance to put points on the board, and they did.
Return brings it out to the 38, and your USC Trojans will take over.
On first down, here comes this offense. The receivers often will run their route based on a side adjustment. Wasting no time throwing on this drive. And that pass intercepted. Trying to take it back. Inside the 30. He's out of bounds, showing off the hands on the pick, and then the nifty moves on a terrific return. First down for this offense. He's going to pass. Fires to the wideout. Just led him a little too far across the sidelines. Couldn't make the catch in bounds. It's incomplete. Let's see if they go back to the air on 2nd and 10 from the 28. They'll throw again after the incompletion. And he really needed to hold on to that one, but it was not loose, and 3rd down is coming.
And this is great sudden change defense right now. Of course, this drive started with their backs against the wall. They've now forced 2 straight incompletions. If they can make one more big play here and avoid giving up a touchdown, man, that is a win.
And the offense got themselves in a tough situation. 3rd and long, so hard to execute, especially when the field starts to shrink. But the good news is they got a field goal in their back pocket.
And the kicker delivers the 3 ball to finish off the drive. And guys, after the field goal, now they have the lead. After putting 3 on the board, the kickoff unit ready to go. He'll bring it out. It's Williams. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. And guys, USC has the ball back and sending the offense onto the field. Now you find out just how much of a gunslinger you are. Will you roll the dice here late in the half, David?
And you know the defense is going to be really, really conservative, so I think it's an opportunity to be able to take a shot, see how much of a chunk you can get before then you decide really, Jesse, how you want to finish the half.
Just can't turn it over and throw a pick if you're the quarterback here. You've got to be so smart. You're going to be aggressive with your decision-making.
They'll put it in play from the 27, first down. He wants to throw. He's going to try to hit him over the top. And that'll be incomplete. Man, that would have been a big hitter on first down, but second down's coming up.
This defense is heating up. They got an interception the last possession. You could tell breaking on the football really, really well, seeing where the quarterback's throwing it, going to try to get it. Got another hand on it, almost had another interception.
Looking to throw on second down. Going back to the well, another deep ball. And that's going to be incomplete. Going for broke on second down, but third down's coming up. Just a few seconds remaining here as they try to put something up before halftime. Trying to move the sticks on third down through the air. It's complete. They'll use a timeout right before halftime. Maybe time for one or two more plays. The Trojans will snap it on 1st and 10. He's looking to throw it. He fires to the left side. And he'll pull it in inside the 20. And he's brought down after a huge completion. We've played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update. The Boilermakers will kick it away to crank up the second half. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. And the return man reaches the end of the line, and down he goes. This Trojan offense is ready to go back to work. They start this third quarter, 1-possession game, and hoping to get an early drive. And the quarterback goes down at the 11-yard line. After getting nothing done on the last one, this is a big play, 2nd and long from the 11. He's looking to throw. Unloads to the wideout. And you just don't expect your junior quarterback to get fooled and to throw it into double coverage like that. You make up the game plan and not a lot on the play sheet for this. 3rd and long from inside their own 20. Throws to the wideout. Got his man. And he breaks into the open. The 30. He's at the 10. Touchdown Trojans. And that one will put him up here in the second half.
This offense is so explosive, they can change the scoreboard in a flash. You just saw that on that drive.
Wide receiver shows motion. Try to get the edge with a quick touch pass. He finds the end zone for the 2, and now the lead is 7. About to kick it off after punching it in for the touchdown. And he takes this from inside the 5. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. The Boilermakers have it back, and here comes the offense. Jesse, they had to kick a field goal the last time they had it.
Yeah, and oftentimes early in games, you're just trying to find your rhythm. Some things work, some don't on that first drive, David. Be interesting to see what happens here in the second drive.
Yeah, you got a feel for the defense now. You understand what they're trying to do, what their game plan is. Now you get to go into phase 2 of your game plan.
They'll run play action. And the quarterback caught up to and sacked at the 12.
Well, we've seen this offense struggle early in this game protecting the quarterback. They went in at halftime, thought they'd made the right adjustments, but it's not looking like it right now. They're still having issues keeping this guy standing up straight. Up front, they're just getting beat across.
What a complete disaster. What a terrible decision to run that far backwards and take the safety. They'll boot it away from their own 20 after taking the safety. Once that ball was loose, offense didn't have a chance. Defenders everywhere. It's a turnover. The Purdue offense heads back out to the field. David, they couldn't pay off that last drive with a touchdown.
Now they moved the ball down the field and executed like they wanted to until they stalled out and
headed to the end zone. He stopped just a chain link or 2 away from the first down and sets them up beautifully here.
Now, when I can run the football like that on first down and create 2nd and inches and stay way ahead of the sticks and be in a position now where I can throw the football or run.
And it's caught! Touchdown, Boilermakers! Oh, the offense shows some life here and cuts into the lead with that score.
And, man, they needed it. They had to have something to go right. Listen, still down, but this is a great start to getting back in this ballgame.
And he made the extra point without problem. Lining up to cover the kick after that touchdown drive.
19,
Bringing it back. And the coverage team able to wrestle him down. And guys, USC has the ball back and sending the offense onto the field. That last drive really productive. David wound up with a touchdown. They'll try to do it again.
Yeah, so I don't expect this offense to change too much, Reese. They had a great drive. They got the touchdown. Everything working. I would expect them to keep pushing this ball downhill.
And just imagine if they could put another touchdown on the board right here. They could capture so much momentum in this game with back-to-back TDs.
Coming after it. And he was hit just as he was releasing the pass, and it falls to the ground incomplete. This defense has kept them backed up. Now one more stop, and they can get off the field on 3rd and long. He fires one deep down the right side.
That's why it's so important for this defense to win 1st and 2nd down. You set up 3rd and longs like that. You can show your exotic looks. You can get the pass rush going. Everybody on the back end expecting throw, and that's how you force incompletions and force 4th downs.
They'll get the punt out of there, and it'll be marked down just outside the opponent's 45. The Boilermakers have it back, and here comes the offense. They put it in the end zone the last time they had it, and now an opportunity to really take control of this game.
You can feel the momentum shifting. If they were able to take the football here, drive it down the field, and score again, David, they would have all of that momentum on the side.
And there's nothing about momentum that you can quantify. Like, I don't understand it, but once it gets going in one direction, a lot of times it's so hard to swing it back the other direction. The momentum is real, and they got it.
That's a good decision by the quarterback. I know that's not going to come up on the stat sheet. You're in the pocket, nobody's open. Don't risk turning it over. Just throw it away.
Now they'll run the draw. And the defense knew exactly where that 1st down line was, and they stopped him short. And the Boilermakers decide to punt it away. Wanted to make sure not to give them a chance for a return as it goes out of bounds. This Trojan offense is ready to go back to work. Boy, 3 and out last time, David. They'd like to be more productive this time around.
Yeah, in the last drive, nothing really clicked. No rhythm. Got off the field really, really quickly. They need to put something together here.
Yeah, David, bad execution on that last drive. So they got to take a collective breath and start playing like a unit on this one.
They've got a 1st and 10 at the 34. They'll ride the hot hand. You'll take 4 yards on 1st down every time, 2nd and 6. Quarterback and running back set up in the pistol. On 2nd down, wants to throw. It's complete to the right. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that 1st down marker. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. 3rd and short from the 44, and we might know if they plan to go for it on 4th down by what they call here. And they'll move the chains and get it to the 47-yard line.
And that's a welcome sight. Like, this offense has really, really struggled. Bottom 50 in college football in 1st down. So they'll take anything they can get. Nice 3rd down conversion. Let's get some positive plays. Keep it 3rd and short. Find a way to get this offense in an upward trajectory, because so far this season,
the expressway is wide open. And he'll go out of bounds, and this aerial attack just continues to carve this defense into tiny slices. And the Trojans have it with a 1st and 10. They'll see if they can find some running room on the right here. Powers forward, but stopped after a pickup of 2 to the 24. Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on 2nd down. He's looking to throw. Quick completion on the out. Headed to the end zone. Huge game before he goes out of bounds, and now they've got it 1st and goal. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. They'll try to get it in with the run. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, USC! They'll try to tack one more on their score. Follow the blockers. The offensive line will take you to the hallelujah land.
And I tell you what, most of the time, Reese, it requires a little bit of skill to find that hole and slither through a little crack. That was not a crack. That was wide open. Didn't take a lot of vision because the blocking was outstanding.
And good work by the coverage team to knock down the return man. This should be the last play of the quarter. Looking for a physical attack from the gun. They get him on the ground, and that'll be the final play of this third period. As we head to the quarter break, it is USC holding the lead. Let's take a quick look at the national rankings to see how this playoff race is shaping up. One more period to go to see who can make the winning plays and come home with the victory. Second down here as they go back to work after the break. Defense dropping into soft coverage. He wants to pass it on second down. Using the quick game. A quick tackle made, but he's got plenty for the first down.
This is the moment for this offense to put a drive together. It doesn't matter what's happened up to the point of this game, but you're trailing right now. You've got to put some points up on the board. This is where...
And the quarterback caught up to and sacked at the 12.
And there's no mystery as to why this team's losing today. They've given up 5 sacks. They cannot keep their quarterback upright. And you just saw another example of it right there. He has never been able to get into rhythm throwing the football.
This guy just oozes toughness when he runs, bangs his way to the 20.
And I think this receiver's forte is his route running. He's a guy that can line up all over the field, but it's not just catching post routes and goes. This guy can run shallows, he can run slants, he can run the option routes and find soft spots in the defense. This guy really has all the routes in his toolbox.
Finally run out of bounds, but he has this offense rolling with a first down.
This defense better not blink. I know they've got a lead here in the fourth quarter, but just look at who they're going against. This quarterback is one of the best in the nation. They cannot rest on their laurels. Someone's going to have to make a play.
Got a man. It's McCoby. He's brought down. Solid pickup, but a little bit short of the first down.
You know, sometimes when you're throwing against zone coverage, you need time for the routes to develop. So nice job by the quarterback there, being patient, allowing his receivers to work themselves open.
Got it in the middle, it's Smith. And they reacted well to the completion, but it was too late to keep them from getting the first down.
I'll tell you, you cannot count this team out because of who's playing quarterback. When this guy's in the game, it's never over. Yeah, they're trailing here in the fourth quarter, but this dude can put up points quickly.
From the red zone, he's going to throw it. Trying to get to it. That pressure got to him, and he just had to chuck it out of bounds.
Man, this defense has been ruthless all game long. Individual effort. They've got guys up front winning their one-on-one matchups, and they have been terrorizing this quarterback.
Got some room, entered to the goal line. And he'll finish the run and the end zone. Touchdown, Purdue! That big score makes the end of this game very interesting.
No doubt the offense got what they needed. More work to do, but you had to get this part accomplished first.
And it's up and good as they draw just a touch closer. We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Guys, a couple of ranked teams having at it this week, and take a look at what's going down. Michigan is just getting blown off the field right now. We've been watching big games in the Big House forever, and I've personally never seen anything like this. They're trailing by 14 to Nebraska. Your boy KC has you covered here in studio, guys, in case anything changes in this one.
Thanks for the update on that one, Kevin. Let us know when it goes final. And chunk plays are the name of the game, and they get one here before the defense finally makes the stop. After that big gainer to open things up, they'll put it in play from the 40. Quick pass on the jet motion. And you want to talk about gang tackling. Everybody on the defense run to the ball.
And these little touch passes, man, they're just the easiest completions ever for quarterbacks. Palmer, I bet you would have loved being able to just flip it forward. That counts as to your completion percentage, which is good. And then it's all run after the catch. So pretty easy for a QB.
He wouldn't have been the only All-American in his booth game if I were allowed to have push passes when I was playing quarterback. I'll tell you that. It is so hard to defend. It's so hard to seal that edge, especially when this guy's full speed ahead coming around the outside.
The Trojans come to the line with a new set of downs. The handoff, keep working on that clock. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple. Defense uses a timeout quickly, trying to get that ball back and preserve time for their offense. After losing a couple on that last play, here's 2nd and 12. The play action fake. Well, the quarterback can make a big play when he starts moving around. Oh, look out, the ball's free. Defense covering it up and not letting the offense get it back. It's a turnover.
Man, it's so hard to keep a rabbit in the cage, that quarterback, right? He's going to scramble around. He's going to make plays, and when he gets outside the pocket, you're just trying to get a hand on him. How about getting a hand on him, forcing the fumble, and recovering? A great job by the defense continuing to chase that QB.
And the catch was one thing, and the run even better. A big pickup on that one. Offense lines up for a 1st and 10 from the 43. Looking to move it through the air. He's got it. There to make the tackle, but the big throw is good enough to give them a 1st down. Trying to get everybody set with the clock still running. Trying to find his man on 1st down. Pass on the way. It's picked off. The return never really got started, but boy, he has set his team up at the 28.
Big-time players make big-time plays in big-time games. Great job by the defense, not closing the door completely, but stopping the momentum late in the game when you already got a lead. Nice job, D.
Quick timeout call by the defense, stopping the clock to save as much time as possible for their offense.
Small gain, I know, but again, the defense knows he's going to run the football. He's willing to run the football, not just drop back and pass, make him honor the run game. You got to do a lot of this.
At this point, the defense has little choice but to sell out to stop the run on 2nd and 7. Defense uses a timeout quickly, trying to get that ball back and preserve time for their offense. Linebackers moving, trying to confuse the quarterback. A 3rd and long coming up here. Quarterback flips it ahead quickly to the receiver. He's run out of bounds, but not before. Turning in a big pickup and moving the sticks for a 1st down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. The quarterback takes a snap and takes a knee. Well, how about this one? A fun one. These guys came in as underdogs, and they walk out